we are going to edit an image. I've opened an image. Basically, to open an image, you just go File, Open, and look for your image. When you find it, you click on it and you hit Open. And we're opening that image. So I have two of them open, so I'm just going to close one. This image needs a little adjustment. It's a little dark. So just to note, the toolbox is on the left. Your layers, channels, palettes, and so forth is on the right. We're in GIMP, and we are going to go to colors, scroll down to levels. Now, levels is a way to do a general adjustment. Now, we have the shadow side, the highlight side, the midpoint, and this is what we call a histogram. So when we move it a little to the left, we want to brighten it a little, and you can see I've brightened that. And I could say, okay, that image looks a lot better. But if I don't want to do that, I could go, and I'm just going to go Control Z to undo, go back to colors, and I could do it a little more fine-tuned in curves. We have your shadows, your highlights. If you lift this little bar up slightly, it lightens. If you bring it down, it darkens. And I'm just going to bring it up just a little and say OK. And I don't think that is that good, so I'll go back in. I did Control Z to undo. I'll go back to colors, go to levels. Just want to show this again. Lighten it up. In the highlights, I can lighten the midpoint a little. And I say, OK, that looks good. I'm going to undo that to show you how to do it again in curves by going into colors to curves. And let's lighten it up a little and say OK. And that's how we adjust it. This is my select tool. Say I want to crop. I'm just going to crop it by selecting and go to image to crop selection. And that's how you crop. You go File, Save As. Oh, guess what we forgot? We forgot to resize it, so we're going to cancel. So we're going to go to look at, I want to show you a few things. First of all, that's where our save is. This is all your editing functions. These are your select functions, your view functions, image functions, and your layer functions. And we'll talk about layers in another class. Colors, tools, filters, which we've covered already. And Windows shows you where you are, and online help. So we're going to go to image, and we're going to image size. And we want to change it out of pixels into inches. And we're going to just make this image, say, a 3 by 3. We're only changing one of the width, and the height automatically changes. We're going to rescale, and we're going to go File, Save As, and I'll call this image 1. I should direct my save. The first thing is I choose where I want to save it, and I choose that I would like to save this. And let's look where we're saving. In my removable, in my presentations, in my images. Then I want not only to direct the save, but I want to make sure I save it as a JPEG. So I'm in those folders, that's fine. And I now need to come up here. I'm going to fix that directly. And I'm going to choose the select file type, change this to JPEG. You should change this either to a GIF image or a JPEG and hit save. And we need about the medium quality. We'll preview it and hit save. And that's the end of this video.